Various sciences and studies contribute to an increasing understanding of dog behavior. Through them we can understand, interpret and modify different behaviors. Through ethology, for example, we can understand various behaviors that, today, have no apparent function. Only a multidisciplinary investigation allows a real understanding of dog behavior within our homes. Let's now uncover the causes of some of them. What about the dog that insists on burying bones between pillows, even though it is in a place where it would never be stolen? In fact, he acts this way because ancestors who hid food passed this instinct down to him, generation after generation. While other less cautious specimens were more affected by hunger, the better nourished ones were able to defend themselves and reproduce better. As a result, they left more descendants and propagated their own genetic characteristics further. It was from this process that naturalist Charles Darwin formulated the theory of the evolution of species. A classic example is the giraffe, with its long neck that evolved to reach the leaves at the top of trees, a food not available to most species. The male wolf that fights to mate transmits his genes better. If the docile on the one hand avoids confrontations, on the other hand he stops mating. This explains why male dogs often fight among themselves. They are heirs to the genes of quarrelsome ancestors. Why does the dog have a psychological pregnancy? Some bitches, usually after heat, produce milk without having had puppies. It's called a false pregnancy. In pack life, only the dominant wolves reproduce. To care for the cubs, they count on the help of other females. Producing milk even without becoming pregnant allows the non-dominant wolf to breastfeed the litter and free the dominant one to perform other roles, such as helping to defend the group and bringing food, increasing the survival capacity of the entire pack. What makes a dog growl when we get close to his food? By pushing away the smart guy ready to grab an additional piece of food, aggressively defending a piece of meat from the recently killed game, the wolf guarantees the right to consume the food in his possession. When someone approaches the dog's dish, he acts on instinct and follows the principle of his ancestors. Not giving in easily is the best strategy. Some dogs do not allow others in the same group to play. Why? One of the dominant wolf's abilities is to prevent wolves in the group from uniting. This avoids the possibility of being overthrown from power by a few individuals who come together. Going up to a pair that interacts more than necessary and trying to force them to stop playing, exchanging affection or fighting, is a way of dividing and ruling and thus guaranteeing priority in mating and transmitting the genes responsible for this behavior. Why? When the owner intervenes to separate the dog from a fight, can he attack even more? When fighting, the wolf assesses whether other individuals in the group are on its side. If you feel guaranteed by one or more companions, you become more courageous, brave and aggressive. When a dog fights, the same thing happens. When he sees his owner scream and run towards him, he imagines that he has found an ally and starts attacking his opponent with greater effort. Why does a dog need company so much? What makes dogs so dependent on company? Wolves need each other to survive. The solitary specimen is unable to hunt very large animals and faces greater difficulties in protecting itself than the group. Therefore, being alone can mean death. Therefore, the most companion-dependent specimens predominate in reproduction. Are inherited behaviors fixed? Some behaviors are difficult to change, others are very easy. When instinctive behavior causes problems, it is important to try to change the dog's pre-programmed way of understanding things. And if he has an extremely dangerous attitude, it is essential to inhibit it by applying behavioral techniques. As an example, we can mention the canine attack on a child who is mistaken for hunting prey. In this case, we should not justify ourselves. You need to ask a trained professional for help.